Leaving a legacy behind goes beyond a building, a business, monumental bridges, and so much more. The moment we begin thinking what leaving a legacy behind would look like, I believe we will start looking inside and really start working on ourselves, because there's a different way to imagine it. There is need to talk about this because sometimes we feel inadequate and think there is nothing in us to offer the world, while there is so much potential. If you look inward, you can impact the world in a great way and in a way that can live on for years and years. Oftentimes, we have been made to believe that leaving a legacy would look like who has built the tallest building, who has held a record for the longest time. It could be in sports, in business, in what else? In acting, in music, and so much more. Let's consider names like Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, and Jesus while he was on earth. These are people that have impacted us in such great ways, despite not having built buildings, right? And that's how I wanted us to think about what leaving a legacy would look like. These people that I have mentioned are known for having a heart for people and who they truly were. I'm not saying in any way that buildings and this kind of recognitions, the previous ones, are bad, because they also influence us in different ways. But really, let's reconsider how we think about legacy. The caveat is that if you want to be known for someone, for example, who built the longest bridge, you'll have to find a way to make it durable, the legacy to live longer than you. Because then if someone comes and constructs a longer bridge than what you had made, the attention shifts from you to them. And that's not the legacy that we really want to build, right? In this space of reimagining what a legacy would look like, I'm thinking about things like showing kindness to people, expressing gratitude when someone has been kind to you, being remorseful when you've hurt someone and actually having the boldness to say, I'm sorry, showing love to someone because they need it, and so much more. They are quite abstract if you think about it, but they have such deep impact on us than we can imagine. With my new understanding of what legacy is, these are really the things I'd want to pass down to my kids, to my younger cousins, and people around me. I know I've dropped a few balls here and there, but there's always room to get better. And as we live, we are continually being renewed and being shown how to think about things differently and in an impactful way. When you hear people say things like, my grandmother's love for people is the reason I do what I do, for me that's legacy, because the grandmother could have passed on years, but you see years later, this person is pursuing things that they love to do because of how their grandmother treated people. That's a legacy that can live on and surpass even buildings. Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers of US, said that if you want to, to be remembered after you are dead, I'm paraphrasing, you either do something that is worth writing about or you write something that is worth reading. That's a legacy. I'll close us off with a story from the Bible about this woman who is a legend. So Jesus is having a meal at a friend's house, and this lady walks in and drops at the feet of Jesus and starts weeping and wiping his feet with her hair, and she anoints Jesus with a very expensive perfume. And people around Jesus start wondering, what is this woman doing? Does she really know the cost of this perfume? It can actually be sold and do much more things. And Jesus knows what they're thinking about, obviously, because he's Jesus, and he goes on and talks about it. And then towards the end of what he says, he's like, the gospel, as long as the gospel is preached, the legacy of this woman will be preached together with the gospel. Can you imagine such a legacy? This woman didn't construct something or come up with a business, but she did such an amazing things in the eyes of God, and she built a legacy for herself. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye for now.